All right, boys and girls, this is an extension of example 3, and it's DMS. Basically, it stands for degree, minutes, and seconds. Um, Historically, I guess you would say, the fractional parts of a degree would be represented as minutes and seconds. So this would be the fractional part. Okay. Your calculator can do this for you, and I'm going to show you how to do that with calculator. But to be honest, you can do this by hand, and I was able to do it really quick by hand. Okay, but I'm going to show you both. So, manually and also using your calculator. Okay, so this is degree, and it has the degree symbol. This is M for minute, and it has the prime symbol. S for seconds, and that's double prime. Okay, so let me just show you. One prime is basically 1 minute. Okay. And a minute is represented by 1/60th of a degree. Okay. All right. And then one double prime, that's 1 second. And basically that's represented by 1/3600th of a degree. Okay. And if you're wondering, just think about the how many minutes are there in an hour? 60. How many seconds are there in an hour? 3600. Okay, so it's a fractional part. Okay. So let's start right away with an example of this. Okay, boys and girls, the two examples that I'm going to start off with are actually from the book. So if you want to look at the textbook, you can. It's on page 262. And I'm going to do 67 and 68 with you. And basically, what they want you to do is to convert to decimal degree form. So we're going to use the angle conversion capabilities of a graphing calculator, okay, to convert the angle measure to decimal degree form. And you're going to round your answers to 3 decimal places if necessary, okay? But like I said, I'm going to do it manually because I think it's just as fast. And then I'll show you with the calculator, okay? So starting with the first one, we have 64 degrees and 45 prime. And remember the single prime, that is minutes. So 64 degrees and 45 minutes. Well, we know that 64 degrees, we know we're going to have 64 already. And 45 minutes, remember um that is basically the same as multiplying by 1/60th, okay? So 45 prime is equivalent to 45 um, times 1/60th. So all I'm going to do is reduce this as a fraction, which basically gives me 3/4. And 3/4 is the same as 0.75. So you can use a calculator if you're not sure how to reduce, okay? So it's just 0.75. So what I'm going to come up with is basically my degree. Okay, so I want to convert this from degrees and minutes to just degrees. So I'm still going to keep my 64 degrees. Remember, that should be the same. And now my 45 minutes just gets written as a decimal, 0.75 seconds, or I'm sorry, minutes. So my degree is 64.75. Okay. And that's it. Okay, so now moving on to 68, I have negative 124 degrees and 30 minutes. Again, the degree doesn't change, that stays the same. All I'm going to do is convert my minutes to decimal, okay, because I want to write it as a degree. So 30 minutes is the same as multiplying that by 1/60th. And you guys, if I simplify this, is the same as 1/2. And 1/2 is the same as 0.5. Okay. So my final answer should be negative 124.5 degrees. Okay. And that's for number 68. Okay. And again, I just showed every step, but you guys can probably do things a little bit faster. So now I'm going to show you in the calculator. Okay. Um, I know some of you can even do this mental math, but I show every single step, which is not a lot. Okay. So let me show you calculator. Okay, guys, depending what calculator you're using, the DMS button might be visible, but these were the two answers that we got. So I'm going to show you how to verify that you got the correct answer, okay? So if you put 64.75, oops, 64.75, and then you press second angle, and then if you go down to number 4 and press enter, and then enter again, you'll notice it gives you 64 degrees, 45 minutes, and 0 seconds, which is what we got. And it's just a kind of way to verify. I don't know if you can go straight from this to this, but I know you can verify, okay? I have to play with it or figure it out. But honestly, I think manually is just easy for me. So same thing with this one, negative 124.5. Again, second and angle, and then down to 4, and then enter. And then you'll see we got the exact same thing. So it's kind of a way just to verify. You notice by the time you press all these buttons, I probably already solved it manually, okay? All right, so we did 67 and 68, and now I'm going to fast forward to the next section in your book, which is going to be number 73, which is finding an angle difference. Okay, so let's go to the next example. Okay, so number 73, we have 51 degrees, 22 minutes, 30 seconds, and 38 degrees, 17 minutes, and 15 seconds. And basically what they want you to do is find the difference. They want you to find the difference in the angles and then write your answers in DMS form, so degree, minutes, and seconds form. Okay, so finding the difference is basically just means subtracting. So we're going to subtract. Even though it's written this way, I'm actually going to line them up vertically. So 38, so I'm going to line up the like terms, okay? So 38, 17 minutes, and 15 seconds. And guys, all you really have to do is just subtract, okay? So 51 minus 38 will give us 13 degrees. 22 minus 17 will give us 5 minutes. And 30 minus 15 will give us 15 seconds. Okay. So our final answer for number 33 should be 13 degrees, 5 minutes, and 15 seconds. And that's it. And you can also use your calculator to verify that if you'd like. But honestly, I think manually is a lot faster. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to the second part. So for the second part, I'm going to do number 77 and 78 with you. So let's move on. Okay, so 77 and 78 are actually like the opposite of what you did earlier in 67 and 68. So 77, we have 280.6 degrees, and 78, negative 115.8 degrees. Basically, what they want you to do is use the angle conversion capabilities in your graphing calculator to convert to degrees, minutes, and seconds. Again, I'm just going to show you how manually, to me, it's a lot faster. Okay, so here we have 280.6. Remember, this part is your degree, so that will stay the same. Okay, that will stay the same. So I can just automatically write that down. 0.6, that's my fraction part. So what I'm going to do is, we know that 0.6 has to be the same as something over 60th, or if you don't like that, it could be 1/60th of something. Okay, and that something is going to be our minute. Okay, so this is equivalent to 0.6. So now if you just solve for x, all you have to do is multiply by 60 to both sides. Oops. Okay. And then the fraction and 60 will cancel out. So then we end up with x equals 36. Okay. You can use the calculator for that. So that'll give you 36 minutes. Okay. So it's 280 degrees and 36 minutes. Okay. All right. So same thing with this one, negative 115. That's automatically our degree. And then we have 0.8. So we know 0.8 is the same as 1/60th of a minute. We're just trying to figure out what that minute is. Okay. So same thing, I'm going to multiply both sides by 60. And that's just going to cancel out my fraction and my multiplier. So 60 times 0.8 would be 48. And so that's 48 minutes. Okay. So basically what it's going to look like is negative 115 degrees and 48 minutes. Okay. And that's my final answer. Now, obviously, you can do it a lot faster in the calculator, but that way you understand how to do this, okay? So let me show you. So 280.6 second and angle. Again, depending on what calculator, you're going to have to play with it, okay? And then we have 280 degrees and 36 minutes. So super quick. Negative 115.8 oops, second and angle, and then again, and then it gives you negative 155 degrees and 48 minutes, and of course 0 seconds. Okay. All right, guys, that's the last part for this section. So now I'm going to give you some work for you to try. Okay.